the new rules for power banks on flights. Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Dan. Today I'm going to give you a brief overview of the new power bank rules, what you need to know before your trip. And if you stay until the end of the video, I'm going to give you the best tip, and if you follow that, you should be okay. So Singapore Airlines is the last airlines to implement ban on using power banks on their flights, and this is starting April 1st. So what it means that you will not be able to use power banks to charge your devices or charge your power banks from the airline output using a cable, or just charge your power banks. You'll not be able to do it. And there are other airlines which have already implemented that rule, and these are EVA Airlines, China Airlines, Thai Airlines, South Korean Airlines, and then Singapore and the Scoot Airlines. They're the last one to implement these rules. Now, you'll be able to take power banks with you, which has to be in your carry-on or personal item bags. You're not allowed to check in power banks with any airlines. And the rule, industry standard rule right now, is that you're able to take 2 pieces of power banks as long as they're below 100 WH or watt hours. Now, this information should be written on your power bank. So for example, this is a laptop power bank, and this information is here, and these all are 10,000 power banks, and every piece has information on here how many watt hours. So in general, 100 watt hour is below 27 mAh or milliamp hours power banks. And you can see that this is a laptop charger, which is 20,000, and still this is allowed to carry. But I don't carry this anymore. This is because this is kind of bulky and it has weight. So I only stick to these smaller ones, which are 10,000 each. So whenever you're using a power bank or you're traveling with a power bank, make sure that the power bank had the written information of how many WH or watt hours on it. So for example, all these power banks has that information. For this information is written here. For this, it's written here, all the very tiny, but you can see it if you come very close, and it's here. And for this power bank, it's here. So make sure your power bank has that information. If you do not have that, you're going to be in trouble at the airport. So they might not allow you to take that power bank. So just make sure of that. You're allowed to carry 2 pieces of power banks with you in your personal item or carry-on bags. You're not allowed to check anything. And as long as they're below 100, you're okay. Anything above 100 watt hours, you have to get airline's approval. But 100 watt hours in general, 27 mAh, which is good enough for 27 mAh or under, which is good enough for most people. So the best tip I'm going to give you in terms of power banks, that there are lots of AI generated content on YouTube which are giving false information to attract views. And there's no, these views or these channels are faceless, nameless. There's no person behind it. It's just AI generated. So do not trust anything you read online. And before your flight, always check with your airline's website that what is the latest rule. So for example, the rules I mentioned about Singapore Airlines or the other airlines which do not allow now to charge devices or vice versa using power bank, this rule might change, and for sure there will be more airlines are banning power banks in the future. So always check with the airlines before your trip, and that way you have to you are going to have a safer and hassle-free trip. So that's something you should always follow before your flight, and check 1 day or a couple of days before your actual flight. So for the next tips and tricks video, I'm going to put a link on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.